Rich Patishnak, Russell Korblazer, Alec Hooven, everybody at Gracie, New Jersey. I couldn't have done it without them. And, it brought me a lot of confidence, the work we put in, making me do 6 rounds, Shark Tank 2 times a day. And I knew I had to hold up my end of the bargain. They were there with me every day, sacrificing, and I needed to uphold my end. And I felt good, man. I just needed to go in there. I was loose. I was seeing everything, feeling the punches. I get hit by Matt Brown and LJ Raboli all the time. Who's going to hurt me? Nobody. Nobody. You know what I mean? It made me feel strong.
You look like you actually had a bit of an intensity to you in this fight. You look like you were there with a purpose. Did you feel this was a must-win one for you? I know they're all must-win, but... Yeah,
they're all must-win, especially this one. Like, after my Sage Northcutt fight, people have been telling me, you're never going to get another UFC win. You know what I mean? I've had a chip on my shoulder from that type of talk, since, and it's driven me. It makes every one of these special. Every one is like, F you. You know what I mean? It's nice, and I still look at it as championship or bust. You know what I mean? That's where I see. That's what I picture. That's what I visualize. What I focus on, and one at a time, obviously. But I'm so fortunate and grateful. I got great people around me.
You mentioned adversity. I don't know how much you want to get into it, but what sort of stuff were you having to deal with?
I had a couple injuries and a little not allowing me to. I didn't run this camp. Running is usually a thing that is important, especially in camp. But like I said, man, my team picked me up and just had me doing rounds, and the injuries I had, we pushed through, and sometimes it hurt, and I took care of it. On my off time, I just spent, I've been tired for the past month every day, just a constant state of tired and annoyed and frustrated, and my team, put up with me, and it was there for me all the time. It's just, from the bottom of my heart, I'm just so grateful to them. I couldn't have done this without them.
I'm getting a sense there's a feeling of relief here, right? This feels like you're looking like a man who's got some weight taken off your shoulders right now.
Yeah, I needed to uphold my end of the bargain. I needed to go in there and perform and make all that work we did not for nothing. Right. And I feel like I did that. I was able to perform and drop the guy a couple times, hop on, get my 5th or 6th rear naked choke. It was dope. I'm happy with it. I can't wait to watch it back.
It was a great performance.
Thank you.
You mentioned you want to be active. Is New York in November a possibility?
Yeah. I just saw Sean Shelby in the hallway, and he's like, yeah, there's space. So hopefully get on MSG. And I was supposed to fight Carlos Condit last year. I would love to be able to get that. It'd be an honor to fight him. Natural Born Killer. He's a legend. I think that could be a fun one. They made it before. Unfortunately, he got hurt. So I would like that one. That would be great.
Good fight. Thanks, man. Congrats.
Thank you, bro. And Hogs and Heifers, right?
Yeah.
I'll see you there.
Every time.
Hey, Mickey.
Shmo.
Congrats on the victory. You took the words out of my mouth. Carlos Condit, you were linked to him December 2019. Is it more important to you to get a huge name for your next opponent rather than the position in the rankings?
It's a good question. I don't know. That's a good question. I guess that's something maybe I should consider. But I think a win over Carlos Condit is gonna move me up for sure. And he's a legend. He's he's a former interim champ. He's a champ. You know what I mean? So it would be an honor to fight him, and I think a win over him would do me good.
And avenge your teammate Matt Brown.
Yeah, I thought Brown won that decision, but yeah, it'd be cool too.
Of course, it was probably one of the best times we've seen you out there. The poise and the confidence and everything like that. Obviously, you just mentioned you faced adversity in the camp, but what would you say, 29 years young, to your younger self in a position 4 or 5 years ago?
Just keep believing, keep training, keep circle small, keep listening to the people who care about you and have your best interests at heart. David Deeb and LJ Raboli have been by my side since the beginning, and they've only been tighter by my side and just picked me up and uplifted me more and more. And I'm so grateful to them, the whole Gracie, New Jersey family. I can't stop saying that. And my sister Jamie, she's huge part of my life, my best friend, and my rock support system, just huge. I'm feeling very grateful right now.
Congrats.
Thanks, Schmo.
Hey, Mickey.
Hey, brother.
Your hands look great tonight. Was that something that you worked on this camp?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I worked a lot. was getting punched in the face by Matt Brown, LJ Raboli a bunch. So brought me confidence. You know, I got hit by him a couple of times, and you know, Jordan Williams got heavy hands and strong guy. Fought up a weight class, and he was touching me, and I was just like, I ain't gonna do it. You know, I just knew I could just, you know, stand in there and swing with him, and I knew, you know, he was gonna go down before me.
Yeah, I mean, you were very close to your first knockout win in the UFC. Was that something you were trying to get?
I don't care how I do it. I just want to win. I just want to win. I'm addicted to winning. I've been jonesing for it. It's been a minute, so you know, I'm happy to be back in the winner's circle.
And finally, can you just talk about linking up with Matt Brown, and just talk about that?
It's an honor and a privilege. He's a legend. He's like a player coach, a wealth of knowledge. I'm blessed. I'm lucky. You know, I'm lucky that I get to be around him and, you know, learn from him and, you know, get to emulate him, try and be like him. And, you know, he's a legend, and I just feel blessed and lucky.
Was this the first time he trained for your training camp?
Yeah, we were training together when I had the Condit fight. We were both in camp together last year, and then my fight fell through, and I've trained him. I've helped him in his training camps, 2 or 3 of them, and he came to Jersey this time. I was going out to Ohio, and I'll be back out in Ohio. Me and LJ Raboli, and hopefully we get Matt back in Jersey for a little bit. Yeah, show him the Jersey Shore. Try and, you know, show him a good time.
I was going to say, is this relationship gonna continue?
God, I hope so. I love the corner. I loved it. I'm good. If you ask me, like this could be my corner for the rest of my career.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Just one over here, Mickey.
No, that was good. I was
Okay.
just saying I got you too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned that being able to like hear and know about people who are talking about you after a loss. How do you fight kind of that morbid curiosity to check social media, to see what your mentions are like, especially for a loss, but for a win too? It seems to be something that fighters always have to consider.
Yeah, like I said, like people were saying, I'm never gonna get another UFC win after I was 4-0 in the UFC, and then after I lost, after that, it doubled down on me. You know what I mean? And I remember actually Joe Schilling like saying that to me, and when he said it to me, I was kind of like, "What the fuck are you saying that to me for?" Like it's pissed me off. But it put a chip on my shoulder that drives me. You know what I mean? Like you guys think I'm not gonna do anything? I'm gonna show you. And it drives me. It gets me up, and it gets me to get after it. So there is probably some that could be, the negative stuff could weigh on you negative, but I try and take everything in stride and turn everything to a positive.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kind of going off what she said, dealing with the social media and all that stuff, you said you used it to motivate it. Did you always deal with it well, or is that something that as your career went on and as the experience, you were able to turn it into a positive? Did it ever at one point sort of weigh on you and actually affect your performances?
I don't think so. I hope not. I don't think so. No. I've tried to always, I was aware of the monster that it can be, but, I try to be strong in myself and, forget that. Only things and obviously you can preach it, but like the only people whose opinions matter is like my friends and my family. Like everyone else who says anything, I really don't care, but I can use it as fuel. So I do.
And that's good. The reason I ask is we always hear from fighters that they say that the mental side of the game is just as tough as any part of the physical aspect. And it seems that a lot of fighters later on in their career is when they finally learn how to stop paying attention to all that noise off to the side. So it seems to you that you've embraced it early on and are able to use it for a positive as opposed to, any sort of a negative.
I try to. David Adib always said, a smart man learns from his mistakes, but a smarter man learns from other people's mistakes. And there's some things that you just got to learn yourself, I've realized. But I try and do that. And yeah, I've been blessed to have great mentors who have taught me a lot. And I, take heed of all that information and, just trying to do the best I can.
And I thought it was a very positive, powerful moment when you talked about your sister as well and Gilbert sobriety. How important is it I mean, I guess when you see things like that, some of the fighting stuff is kind of small in terms of when you see people dealing with real life stuff. How much has she been a powerful motivation for your fighting career?
It's been incredible. Like, her fight is way harder than any fight I've had. There were times where I was pretty sure I was never going to see her again. And now, sitting here 7 years later, 7 years sober, clean, thriving, just anyone who knows her, she's such a spectacular person, just special. And, you know, me and LJ we were talking about it the other day, joking around, and it was just she needed to go through this stuff, and it's made her, she's the person she always was meant to be, 'cause she's always been very special, and even more so because of the crap she went through. And, yeah, it's my best friend. It's one of the happiest things in my life is her sobriety. And I know how it is on the side of a family member. It's like you feel helpless and stuff. And I'm sure I know it's even harder for the addict, the person who's suffering. And, you know, I think we've been able to help people who are struggling in that, you know, and we're happy to be able to help, and just, you know, there's always a better way. There's a better way through it. You know what I mean? It's like, I heard the expression. It's like you can't throw someone in the pool. Like, people need to want to get help. If you push someone in the pool, it's gonna be cold, really uncomfortable. You're gonna hop right out. But when someone gets in the pool themselves, takes their time, you know, then the water starts getting warm, and you know, that the sober life is better. And I've just seen I'm so impressed with my sister. I can't say enough. She's my little sister, but she's like a big sister to me in a lot of ways. And yeah. Addicts, I think, are some of the strongest people ever. Strongest people on earth.
Well, that's wonderful to hear, and congrats to her on her recent big 7 years that you
Thank
said.
you.
And lastly, a lot of people look at your corner and they see Matt Brown and they see your style tonight. You were very aggressive. You kind of went forward and you were really throwing. A lot of people say there must be some sort of correlation. It's kind of hard to not go out there and give it your all when he's sitting.
Hey, I'm happy to be putting the same sentence as Matt Brown, and I'm like I said, I'm blessed, lucky to have him with me. He's a legend, and like I say, he's a player coach. Like, he gets in there and, you know, toss us around, and then he can also learn you up on a bunch of stuff. And it's just, I think it's expedited my development, and yeah, I'm gonna keep this going.
Awesome, congrats on the win.
Right, Matt? We keep this going, right? All right, fuck yeah.